Hello, everyone, ladies, gentlemen, friends, family around the world. This is Spider-Runs, and we're here back again with Zoe's Bingo Bonanza. Can you believe it? I'm very excited to be here once again. Right, I guess we'll kick straight off. We've got an exciting match here, and joining me on the commentary desk today, it is the one and only Willie Fetty. Mr. Fetty, how are you today?
I'm doing good, man. Just happy that these matches are finally going. It's felt like an eternity since we've been here. So
yeah, this one, to be fair, we have been waiting for a little while. So we're glad that we're here today to witness it. It's very exciting because these are two of our best runners in the competition. So we're excited to see them face off. I can't remember if in previous, I'm trying to remember because I know you haven't faced Nilo in any of the tournaments that we've had so far. I think we've established, haven't we? These two, I'm pretty sure have faced off in other tournaments. So we'll see, I guess, how that fares today as we transition over to the stats screen to introduce both of our runners. Of course, both of them running on emulator. That is their platform of choice. Nilo coming in as the number one seed, though, with an average blackout time of 22:31 during his blackout phases. Pretty good. I have to say,
so nuts.
I think, not cheating, but he did get three very, I would say, easy bingo boards. So that's just my personal opinion. That's fine, though.
So he cheated. All right.
So maybe he did. Maybe he didn't listen. It's just how it be, okay? So Sotaleer, though, in fifth, surprisingly, which I think is a higher potentially seed than a lot of people would be expecting of Sotaleer, but coming in at fifth. But that doesn't matter, potentially. Seeds don't matter. That just means that he's in the position he is in today up against Nilo. Favourite non-speedrun game I've thrown in. I kind of told him to say favourite game. I didn't specify actually non-speedrun game, but we've got Nilo with Doom, Sotaleer with Malt the Chicken. Is that any surprise, really, to anyone? Probably not. Both of them running for a long time, Nilo being the more veteran of the two, running on PC originally back in November 2020, but then switching over and starting, not necessarily switching over, but starting to run on PlayStation in February last year, I believe purely for the purpose of competing in the tournament that we had around that time. So there you go. He's a quick learner. He's picked it up very fast. Not that he needed to really learn. It's just a different platform. It's not too crazy. But we do have a separate answer for most hated task for both of them. Of course, the coveted get 7,000 points in zipline training is the most hated by Sotaleer. But Nilo coming in with Let Jonah Die in Spidey vs. Scorpion, which is actually the same one that I've chosen as well.
Honestly,
that one's for the same reason. But
that one's
it's
insanely hard.
Yeah, it's just for the pure length of it.
I totally get it. I mean, 7,000 on zipline training is like, I feel like that's going to be everyone's most hated, regardless on skill on it. I do think that, I benefit from having 100% runs in my pocket, and other people might benefit from the same thing. But, the Let Jonah Die in Spidey versus Scorpion, I do think is just an annoying task when it comes to playing bingo. So I can definitely understand the whole, hey, honestly, that task might take longer than 7,000 points in most cases. So
that's it, yeah, because you're purely relying on Scorpion hitting Jonah, which he doesn't always do. Sometimes he literally just runs up to him and nothing happens, and it just takes so long. If only we could hit Jonah with our own web balls, that'd be great. But Spider-Man doesn't.
Wouldn't be very Spider-Man.
Nice guy. Yeah, nice guy actually. So he doesn't do that. So anyway, enough about the stats, guys. Let's move into the game, shall we? So it is indeed Sotaleer versus Nilo. Nilo back here running after a fair bit. Hence, I guess his little image there. It's been 84. I don't know if it's quite been 84 years, but it's been a long time. Right, let us check in then with our runners to make sure that they are both ready to go, and we can start this off pretty soon.
Yeah. While we do that, also make sure that you're capturing the lockout screen for
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know why that's not coming through. Hold on, bear with.
While we do that, I'll ask you, and also, ask chat a little bit, is out of the two competitors, even though it says Soda's in fifth place, if you're not familiar with him, he is currently the world record holder on emulator for 80%, and is a veteran at playing bingo. He does hate it, but he is a veteran at playing bingo. Out of these two, if you're fairly new, or if you just want to guess, have your own thing, is who do you think's favored in a Who do you think is more favorable out of Nilo and Soda to take the whole thing?
So I personally, I don't know. This is really tricky because bingo comes down not necessarily to speed a lot of the time. It's more so just knowing the game like inside and out and knowing which routes are best to take, which lines are best to take, and what's going to be getting you points quickest. Which I feel like both of these are really good at. I don't know if I'd just give the edge to Nilo purely because he's been doing it longer. That'd be all that I'd give him the edge on. But I really think this one's going to be a close one. I really do.
I do too. I definitely do too. I think this is one of the more closer games out of the entire set that we could run. So, I think this is going to be extremely fun. So
We are. It is indeed. And we should be starting any second now. So in a second, the board should reveal itself and we should be off. So both runners now off to the races. So
I
let's
think they're
see,
waiting
I
on
guess-
us to click the board, not going to lie. I was about to say, one of them's waiting. I'm sure they're waiting on. Yeah, there it is.
There you go. Okay. So Sotaleer already off and he's already gotten the comic on
He's
scale
already gotten
the
scale the
girders.
girders.
Yeah,
Bro,
so what-
I like this is insane.
Yeah.
Can we talk about it? That's insane, bro. We just both clicked on the board ourselves, and it's just like an immediate. While it does look like Nilo is going for Rhino right now. Do you see any just off the top that is just like an easy little like line besides the? Because honestly, I think Rhino into get 2 comics on Catch Venom, probably one of the more easy of the tasks, right? So
I think so, yeah. I'm just looking. So Sotaleer's in the basement. I was just checking to see if there any more basement related tasks. But I don't think there is. There's just to throw the symbiote into the fire. So a fairly quick one, but nothing that really ties into. I guess he could have technically finished the level, gone into kill Mysterio, but that's still quite slow in terms of completing the whole level. He might as well just quit out at that point. So going for a comic over here, Fantastic Four building comic. He will take another point there, and Sotaleer really off to a flying start at the minute. Potentially partly because Nilo didn't quite reveal the board at the same time. I don't know if there was like a slow bit of communication there towards him, if he didn't know that he had to reveal the board himself or what that was. But Sotaleer definitely in the lead, currently 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, in all reality, man, I do think like you know, if any of our competitors would have seen the whole Venom as well, chat is starting to talk about it like Venom Puzzle. There is Fetty Fall here as well, and yeah, it's like there's Sewer Cavern, there's a whole bunch of like in the basement type levels in this one. I'm just noticing, but yeah, man, it's one of those things. Like Soda didn't even notice kill Mike. I thought that would be the first thing he noticed.
Oh, you're right. So he could have gone straight from throw the symbiote into the fire to kill Mike. So there's definitely lines there that could have been spotted that haven't been. Which it looks like Nilo potentially going for a kill Mike situation here. He's in the basement.
We will definitely see. It would be cool if he did basement skip into kill Mike, because you can do it. You can do basement skip and you can go all the way over there. I don't know if it would waste a whole bunch of time, but it would still be it would be funny. So
it would. It certainly would be. And we're all about fun here. We're not necessarily. Who cares about who wins? Who has fun?
Yeah, we don't take anything serious. It's all about who wins. So.
Exactly. Well,
we do need to clarify these rules though about which levels they need to finish and which ones they don't as well. Because I do think that's because I think Nilo's trying to finish the level right now.
Yeah, there's nothing unless he's purposely doing it to just get to Mysterio. Maybe faster. He thinks he can do this faster than just quitting out of the level. I'm not sure. Oh, it doesn't get the skip. Never mind. He's restarting. Hold on. Is there a backup? Hold on. Is there perform any alternate basement skip? Oh, there is. Okay, so I've completely missed that. So
he was doing. I
skip.
missed it too.
Yeah.
See. Hey, if anybody's watching this in the future, we're tired. Just so you know. So.
Yeah, so he was opting for that alternate basement skip, trying to get a line there off, but unfortunately not quite quick enough to swing across to the side before the cutscene started, which does count as an alternate basement skip if he would have hit it. So he's going back to do not quite the original, I guess the other one's the original. This was the newer, I guess, of the 2 alternate basement skips.
Now I will say, Soda is taking off with this. Chat is saying like they're right as well. There was also press all the buttons in Venom Puzzle, so he could have potentially done that, and then Fetty falled, and he could have done both of them.
I guess technically you don't have to. The doors don't have to be closed to do a Fetty fall. Just do the Fetty fall anyway afterwards. Could have just done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it is what it is, and you knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. So we do have Nilo completing an alternate basement skip, and then now is going into Mysterio, it looks like. While you do have Soda kind of just sweeping. We could talk about how Nilo maybe fell a little bit behind by picking a couple slow ones, but Soda seems to have systematically just figured it out. He's figured out the line and what is working best for him. The thing is I'm pretty sure he started Mysterio a little bit ahead of Nilo, so
yes, I think
Soda might snipe this.
Yeah, and I think he absolutely will. That is Mysterio down for Sotaleer. He will steal that off the board as soon as he marks it. There it is.
Yeah,
Kill
by
Mysterio.
the way, Nilo getting put down by Mysterio. Getting grabbed and then put down, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I don't really see that ever.
I guess he's opted out then. We're going to, okay, separate levels again. Nilo, I assume, going to destroy 8 lasers now.
Yep,
Sotaleer
that is where he's going.
Was loading into something, but he's quit out. He's going to Symbiote's Infest Bugle. What have we got in the Bugle? Let's have a look.
He was going to Warehouse. So what was in Warehouse? Did he just accidentally not click the 8 lasers? Like he didn't click Underwater? Is that what happened?
Then, yeah. He's in Symbiote's Infest Bugle. Oh, get the comic. It's because it's called Symbiote Infestation. That's why it's confusing to me. Okay, so he's in Symbiote's Infestation.
Hey, bro, I didn't write it. That's all I gotta know is I didn't write that one.
Oh,
that would have just been called SIB.
He's not destroyed the webbing there. That's where the free the hostage.
Bro forgot to press the button for real.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, there we go. We're living with it.
It does give Nilo a little extra time to kind of come in and figure himself out. Nilo, honestly, look, man, by how much we want to say it's like anybody's game and stuff like that, like Nilo is going for the slower tasks. And so you could honestly say that like these tasks would have had to have been gone for anyway. So it is an interesting play for him to go ahead and do this. So I wonder what we're going to see from him next as Soda finally gets the comic. Okay, so he's going to race the Bugle. I guess he's going to kill those 8 enemies. He's pulling like a little bit of a slower bag out, letting Soda fill out the board. I don't understand, or I don't know how right now you would want to do that. I don't know if right now you would want to do that. Especially because there is perform any tunnel cross skip right there to do. And also press all the buttons on Venom Puzzle. It's like, I would still see that line and still go do it. So, I don't know. Maybe he's just got himself dead set on these slower ones.
Well, only 2 away for Sotaleer before he hits the coveted 13th task done, which does declare him the winner of this first board. He's going for, it looks like,
8 enemies plus kid mode. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's kind of crazy.
Duo is doubling up, which he definitely needs to be doing if he wants to catch up. Sotaleer, not far off. He's going to do, there we go, the skip at the end of Bugle, stop the presses, sorry. Bombed any stop the presses skip, that is indeed correct. Is there anything else he could have done there? No, so we've got some comics left to collect.
So he's 1 away, right? He's 1 away, right?
1 away, yes. 1 away indeed.
Yep. From how much I want to have faith, it's like there's a couple that are only going to take a couple seconds, you know?
Yeah, like tunnel. There we go. So he's going for tunnel scroll skip. So
yeah,
pretty quick one there. Is there a quicker one? I guess there's probably the Carnage one actually quite fast because of how fast that comic spawns.
Well, you do have to for the comics, right? You don't have to complete the level for the comics. So,
exactly.
Yeah,
you
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Also, Nilo killed 8 enemies like forever ago, right? Or am I tripping?
No, I think
he's got to finish the game on kid mode. I assume he's
just finishing the level on kid mode. Yeah, to tick them both off then at the same time, which he does.
And now it looks a lot closer than what it did at the start of this. But
it does. And really, now Sotaleer could absolutely fail this at the end here.
Let's hope.
There is a chance, which would give Nilo some more time to pick up some comics, do some survival with lizards, all sorts of stuff. Oh, nearly falling in the water there.
Immediately going to Carnage. I think that this is a smart play here. Or going to Ock, excuse me. Going to Ock and then into Carnage. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Hey, I called it wrong.
That's fine.
Well, I called it right the first time.
Has indeed claimed 13, which does declare him the winner of board number 1. Congratulations to Sotaleer. That is a 1-0 lead to Sotaleer. This is the best 2 out of 3.
Also, where are you putting the telling them to put like I was gonna type in and tell them to put their pencils down.
Event setup and tech is where I'm going
Okay.
in the Discord.
I was gonna tell them to go put their pencils down, but you know, it's fine. Looks like they already noticed.
Perfect. Right. Yes, indeed. Sotaleer has hit 13, which means he is the winner. So we'll give him a couple of seconds just to reset the consoles, get the cheat back, load in a save state, whatever it might be, to get back
Then
to...
you gotta reset their board as well.
Exactly. We're going to reset the board in a second. So we're going to get a new card in. Let me just make sure I have the bingo sheet copied pasted to be able to paste in. Randomize lockout, hide the card initially. Indeed. There we go. Right. We have a new board generated. Okay.
So can we reveal the board without revealing it to them?
I assume so then, actually. Yeah, so...
Because they revealed it without it revealing to me, so we can just talk about the board before the stuff starts. You should probably figure that out.
Yeah, we'll verify that, and then if that does ring true, we'll do that for the run that's coming up in a couple of hours. Actually, we've got another race, guys, coming up later. It's
literally right after this.
Yeah, not too long after this. So make sure you stay tuned for that. When we'll make sure that does definitely work. So in the meantime, though, we're both runners just getting back in, ready and set up. As we said, Sotaleer is up 1-0 at the minute.
I know. It's kind of insane. Soda did have a breakaway start. And Nilo was able to catch it up. But, you know, it's one of those things, man, where it's like once Soda had that runaway at the beginning, if I was Nilo, I'd start panicking, right? And trying to get the big stuff out of the way, which is kind of what I think he did, right? I think it was an immediate, with that slow start on the board, immediately clicking on and seeing that Soda already has one done. And then whenever you start your mission, he gets another one done. And all of that, I think it just really cascaded into Nilo doing more of the bigger stuff. And
yeah, I think that's what you have to not do at the start of bingo is panic as soon as you see another runner starting taking stuff off. You've just got to lock in. You've got to make sure that you've got your tasks in mind and you just got to crack on. Last thing you want to do is panic and get mentally unprepared, especially right at the start as well. You don't want to lose the lead within the first kind of 5 seconds or whatever.
I'm going to count down our runners real quick.
Perfect. And
all right, and
we're off. So we should see them start in just a second. We're going to reveal the board as well. And we're off to the races.
So I revealed the board as well. Like, honestly, taking Nilo a little bit to get started again. But
yeah, so we've got Nilo. He's on underwater trench. Oh, he's not. Oh, I thought he was on hard. He's on hard mode there. I thought, oh no, is he doing the? We've not got the hard mode, have we? With no jumping. But
I would have cried.
He's going to die by a laser. Gone into hard mode for that. He's a good strat. He's been taken down. There's a laser. Sotaleer opting for a bugle basement skip. He performs that excellently and we'll reach the end there. So a much tighter start for both our runners straight away now. Any Mysterio related thing? We've got the comic on Spidey vs. Mysterio. Sotaleer potentially spotting that and carrying on. So Sotaleer with a line here.
Which honestly, this is way better than just completing basement normally as well, or even menuing back. If you do have basement skip, it's really optimal to go for this way. So it does skip a lot of menuing. It skips a lot of extra BS, you know, and you can kind of go through it. Nilo going for tunnel crawl right now.
Where's the comic?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's one of those.
And he's got it. Nice.
He also does have Fetty Fall right after this. So he's got this and Fetty Fall. Yep, there it goes. One cycle water crawl. And there we go. He decides to exit out. So looks like that's is fair. Not a I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? So, and now he's going to SIB. That's an interesting pick.
So we've got comic on SIB. We've got all six enemies on SIB, and any of the bugles. Actually, there's quite a lot on Symbiote's Infest Bugle actually. So Nilo potentially finding us a nice little line here. See how many he can do in one go. I'm assuming he'll go for the comic at the very least and kill all the enemies. It looks like he is doing that.
This is going to be crazy, actually. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, this is a crazy line. And then all he has to do is hit reset, and he's there. Like, that's a crazy line.
Comic claimed.
I've also never heard that voice line before. Is the, oh, he slimed me. I've never heard that voice line before. Not
There
gonna
was
lie.
There was another one that I heard on this. I think it was on this level, where I was like, "What the hell? I've never heard anyone say that before." I think I clipped it. I'll have to go double check. Literally,
Going for
like,
Fetty Fall
so
as
many
well.
lines I've still never heard at this point.
So Soda spotting the Fetty Fall line. Is also having a little bit of trouble glitching out. It looks like, but you know,
Yeah,
I'm
struggling
also
to
on a
find-
delay. So if he's already glitched out, then that's my bad.
Yeah, no, he's definitely struggling. He's overlapping. You can see his character model slightly tipping upwards every time he walks over the gap that in
Nilo having trouble with the symbiotes.
This one's the worst one. This one's
I
actually
agree.
awful.
I might change my I might change mine.
This guy sucks.
I might change mine because every single time I've ran into that, and even if you do manage to hit him like with the dive kick there, he'll just go ahead and like get on out of there.
Yeah, so. It's not fun. It's not fun.
And Soda,
all enemies,
like Soda getting Fetty Fall as well. So it does look cool. Die by laser. I didn't even notice. When did die by laser happen? Am I?
Oh, that was Nilo's very first one. That's what reloading the hard mode.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, that's my brain freaking out. Nilo going for the big boy version of the skip.
Ooh.
I hate this version of the skip.
Yeah,
so.
on PlayStation, this one sucks, but fair play. I think Nilo's just landed it first time. Yep, yeah.
Nilo being the monster that he is. Sort of going for the question marks in the first level. Wow, this one has turned out to be a lot closer than I was imagining it was going to be after that first game. Like, we got...
Yeah, neck and neck right now. With both runners, we've had no overlap as well so far, which is always really exciting to see when there's no overlap early. We don't see people taking over. It's just purely locked
honestly,
in.
I love whenever there's overlap, like a little bit.
Overlap is fun.
Like someone obviously playing, like someone obviously getting in the other person's head and sniping as Nilo picks up this comic here. And you know, it's just so fun to see. It's fun to see like the little routes and strategies.
We're eventually definitely going to get some overlap, especially as the tasks board gets slowly depleted. We are at 6-6 so far. Looks like Nilo going for something here. Is this just press all the buttons?
Is this switches? I mean, hey.
Oh, they get the comic. Yeah, get the comic. Here we go.
Also, there is 2-cycle tunnel crawl on this on hard, which for a lot of new runners can be very difficult. It's why we don't run the game on normal mode. It's why we don't run the game on any other mode. It's besides easy, is because there's a different mechanics for each level.
Yeah.
And like for each little part. So I'm also seeing great play, sewage plant into hidden switches. You know, that's like I'm pretty sure that would be like the normal play, but glitching in there would be, you know, all he had to do was pick up the comic. So menuing is definitely the faster option there.
Yeah, so Sotaleer went for 1 cycle Scorpion, didn't get it, and now has just completely abandoned that and it's gone to a different level. So
I feel that.
Yep.
I feel that completely. As Nilo on wow, both of our runners over in like the chase areas of the map. I'm pretty sure I saw Soda here earlier. So like you could make the argument that Soda kind of threw by missing this. Because he was 100% in these areas earlier. So
yeah, he's in the goblin lair. That ticked off. What have we got left? So yeah, we've got 3 black cats. That's obviously just finish Stop the Fog normally. We've got speed training 1. No other training levels. What from warehouse without webs. We stop the start building. We've got quite a few. I think.
Oh my God, Nilo! Oh, dude, it's Jesus. I mean, you'll see it here in a second if you're watching the stream. Nilo coming in with like almost dying. Had to pull a little. He did a little hat trick. Just and it also looks like he's about to do another little hat trick. I'm guessing this is the 2-cycle on hard mode.
Yeah,
and that might put him out in the lead.
It's just actually loaded up as well. So we've got a crossover, a bit of a crossover, but Nilo has reached the end.
We got
Nilo
a crossover.
Yeah, we got the crossover. We got the crossover episode. Whoa, there we go. Nilo steals it.
Nilo's stealing that, which is great. We'll see when Soda notices. And if all he needs is one more to get himself out into the lead, and then he pulls a little hat trick and steals it away from Soda. I do think that is a crazy little thing that he can do. And here it comes. What? Like, wait. Yeah, complete Stewart interest without pressing X. So
very
I've noticed
often runs.
everybody skipped those cutscenes, and nobody's called them out.
True,
So,
actually, that is a really good point. I guess technically, you can't even press X for the cutscene. Really, that
yeah,
should
you can't
be,
press X at all.
should
This
be
is how
something you
I
should be
wanted
doing.
lasers to be as well, but you know, it would just get really annoying. So,
Very long cutscene
Nilo,
that first one, to be fair.
Nilo is out, and this should be, honestly, I'm excited to see it, right? So Nilo has been keeping this extremely close, as we get speed training coming out for Soda here. I do
Yeah,
think
speed-
that this does free up Nilo to kind of. Do you think that they're both saving the free black cat for the end?
I wonder. I mean, what have we got that fast one? None of them really now are fast ones, I'd say, particularly.
I mean, I would say complete waterfront warehouse without webs would be the last one that I do.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely. That's so long.
And as Soda, like knowing Soda, he's got to be thinking the same thing. And if I was thinking the same thing, it's like, okay, well, how could I secure myself a win here, right? So, like, he's done speed trading. It's how do you secure yourself a win? You know what I mean? And that's really what you got to think about. So, I would probably be doing free Black Cat or beat Sewer Cavern without touching any pipes like Nilo's doing right now.
Yeah,
Going
so see,
into God Pipes.
you
The
have
line.
You have got a line here as well with free Black Cat straight into the one cycle Doctor Octopus as well, which I think technically it's probably actually just quicker to quit out and go back in because of the end cutscene, but...
Well, you have to
it's fine.
complete the level. You have
Well,
to complete the level
yeah,
on
of
free
course,
Black
of course.
Cat. So it would not be quicker.
There we go. Well, Nilo does manage to get through.
So
Without touching any pipes. Just
this
gotta get
is
to the end now.
insane. So the main thing is if you're Nilo, you gotta know, you gotta see the line that Soda's doing, right? You have to see that line, and you either go for Doc Ock to snipe it, and then it's a race through Waterfront without webs, or you just go to Waterfront right now and hope that he
Yeah.
fails the one cycle.
He's got to do
That's
it.
really, yeah, this is really
he's
what you're
gotta go
hoping.
for it. So we're
You
probably
gotta-
going to see them both load up into Doc Ock now, basically at the exact same time, just because of this cutscene ending now, and Nilo's
Yep.
sprinting across to start it up. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're literally neck and neck. Here we go, coming into Doc Ock. So who's gonna do it first? Who's gonna do it first? So button RNG is gonna be big here. Button RNG is gonna be big. They've got to pick a position and hope
This is
that button
insane.
falls.
Nilo's like a little bit
Okay,
behind, right?
Bad first button for both. Bad first button for both.
I just watched them both load into it at the same time. Nilo's like a picosecond behind. So let's see how the buttons go out for Nilo.
first button.
Good button two.
For both of
Good
them.
button two.
Oh.
Yeah. Good
Right.
button two.
If one of them gets it on the opposite end, that literally could decide this.
Yeah, that decides it.
Oh, Nilo
Oh
gets
my
the
god,
bad
Nilo!
one. Nilo gets the bad one. No way.
Nilo!
No way. Could it come down
Dude,
to this?
I would
This
be
certainly
quitting. I would
needs
be
this to
quitting
win.
out right now. I'd be
Certainly
quitting
needs
out
this to
right
win.
now. Come on, Nilo, get that.
That's it.
If you're Soda, you're panicking right here.
Ah, but he keeps cool under
yeah.
pressure. We never doubted him for a second.
That's
Sotaleer
insane.
takes it. Wow.
GG's, man.
Wow.
GG's.
Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy. What an ending to have it tied up right there. Wow, wow,
That's-
wow.
That's insane, man. And that makes me. And Soda takes two. A quick, decisive victory over Nilo, which means
Yeah.
that for the first time in the history of our channel, I'm playing Nilo next.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, what an exciting run into that'll be then. Wow.
That's actually insane. Well,
So let's pull both our runners back in. I believe we should be able to speak to them both. So we'll get them back in now, hopefully. We'll transition across, of course, to the interview screen for that. But, well, welcome on in, both of you.
hello.
Hello. Welcome on in. Hello. Sotaleer, we can, I think, hear the background audio on yours as well, by the way. So I don't know if you have headphones you can quickly stick in because we can hear us all still.
That's also Nilo as well. So both of them got background noise. I will say this, while y'all are trying to find out headphones and stuff, good matches. Both of y'all kept it really close, and obviously Soda just was a little bit faster, so congratulations to Soda.
Yeah.
I will ask you, Nilo, since you're here. Nilo, that first board, man. Like, I need you to walk me through the thought process because you did start a little bit late. Did you just start? Did you see Soda just like pounding those out, and you were just like, I need to go do some tasks on the complete opposite end of the board? Walk me through that first board.
late, because I thought that like when Spyron revealed the board, it would actually like it was revealed for everybody.
Yeah, see, we assume the same. I've been operating on that assumption the entire thing, but apparently that's just not true. I don't know if that's been true at some points and not been true today. I'm not sure, but apparently that just has never been the case, I guess. Yeah.
So like I lost like 30 seconds like in the first board, which was kind of unfortunate. And from that, like I started when Sotaleer already like did one for sure, and like he completed the second task like 10 seconds later. I revealed my board, so I clearly started like in disadvantage.
Yeah, it's,
Hey,
it's
And
that's
I
what I
picked,
thought happened.
and I also picked like I think the long tasks to do, so it wasn't. I didn't like choose the fast ones. So I just started picking the first task that I was able to see, and I was just doing those basically. So
yeah, fair enough. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that didn't quite work out for you, that first one. So today, I guess, in reverse of that, then, for you, how did it feel coming into that first one and seeing that you were kind of running away with that a little bit? Did it help kind of settle you in, especially for the second one as well, or it did not really make too much difference? How did you feel after that first board?
I was just a bit confused because yeah, I was like very much ahead, and I don't know, maybe I mean it makes sense what Nilo said about the bingo card, so that's unfortunate. But I didn't follow any line on the first board as much as the second one, because I started just going for comics after comics, and I felt that was faster than just going for a singular line. Yeah, for the first board at least, that was the plan.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I thought Spyron had another backup question lined up.
Oh, sorry.
but-
No, yeah. So, well, I guess my follow-up to that would be then, I guess, then moving kind of onto the second board. Obviously, the second board, much closer of a board there, but it was totally just kind of eking out at the end, literally, like, within seconds of each other finishing on the final Doctor Octopus one cycle. Came down to, unfortunately, your buttons were almost, like, identical where they were falling, apart from the second to last one, the third button. For Sotaleer, it dropped in front of him, and for Nilo, it dropped on the other end. So that swing around that Nilo had to do, I think, basically, like, lost him it, basically, which is crazy.
damn.
Yeah, it's really unlucky. It was really unlucky. I guess, coming into the second board then, did you have any alternative kind of strategies, Sotaleer, initially? Like, were you pretty happy with how the first one went? Were you going for similar things where, like you say, you weren't really looking for lines or things, you were just trying to get things in as fast as possible, or did he change the strategy at all going into the second board?
I think I started to try to more lines on the second board, especially because I started with the police chopper chase comic and the pork and donuts billboard. But then I tried to do the fairy fall and venom puzzle, and that took me a while. So I started panicking there, and then I didn't get one cycle scorpion either. I had to exit that. So yeah, this was very, the second board was really what is the word, like anxiety inducing for me. But yeah, I managed to get the one cycle dog faster. I thought we will have to do the water from warehouse without webs.
Yeah, which would have been awful for both of you, unfortunately. Yeah, that one sucked.
That one sucks for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So Nilo, since we're speaking of levels that suck, that SIB that you pulled off to kind of get yourself back in, that was first board, if I'm correct, right? Or was it second?
That was the second. Yeah, with like
Yeah.
three in the trot.
SIB.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you had 3 in SIB. I know you must have been, and that was one of the first ones you noticed. I know you must have been cheesing the entire time that you were doing that. So, like, did you see the SIB route, or did you see the other SIBs while you were in Symbiotes and Vespugle? Like, what, like, did you go into it being like, okay, I'm going to do this one, and then seeing the other ones, or was it you saw all three?
I kind of saw the comic first, and then by checking the board, I saw the kill 6 and the any skip, like one after the other, basically there. Like
Right.
because I still have the board open. Like there are 2 consecutive squares there. So I was just going for the comic, and then I saw those 2 while the game was loading.
Ah, nice. So quite a happy coincidence then in the end loading through. So no real strategy going into that. It was just purely, you got quite lucky and saw those. Oh, very good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I guess talking then now future, after we finish this, obviously Sotaleer, you are advancing 2-0 on to the next round. Is there kind of, are you quite happy with how you've performed so far? Is there anything you would look to try and do differently coming into the future runs, or are you pretty satisfied with how things are going for you bingo wise so far?
I would like to practice zipline training. I think that's
Nice,
gonna be
yeah.
my doom. Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing runs, I guess. Yeah, just to improve
Yeah.
more.
I mean, the best way to practice it would be doing 100% run.
True. Or intellectual too. Intellectual helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then Nilo. Yeah, same question.
Nilo,
So
same
obviously
question,
you've
right?
got to.
Yeah, same
You're in the losers bracket. You're in the lower bracket now, up against
The
Fetty,
participation
actually.
bracket.
Participation bracket, of course. Yes, the asterisk there. Participation bracket. Up against Fetty, which was a matchup we've not seen in any tournament we've had so far, where you faced off against Fetty in any fashion. So we're all quite excited to see that. How will you be preparing for the next match?
I don't know, at least I will try and play the game. Because in the last few weeks, like, I barely... I didn't have a lot of time to actually even play the game. So... 'cause
No, you could not practice. Keep doing the same thing, Nilo. That's crazy how competent he is. He said, if I literally just play the game, I'll be fine.
I mean, this was like a tough match.
Nah,
Not, like,
I'm
I was
excited.
not expecting to win if I even trained. Like, wasn't like that confident. But at least, like, even playing a little bit more in the past few days would have been better.
Yeah,
True.
it's a tough. To be fair, we expected this to be tough for both of you coming in, and rightly so. I think proven that, especially that second bingo board, literally coming down to the wire at the end, it was really good. So I'm hoping we get to see a potential another matchup against you guys later on, or if Fetty comes in, we want to see more Fetty as well, of course. So it should be good. I think we're at a point now where we're getting some really close matches where I think people, now that we've passed the initial first couple of matches where seeding was kind of taken into account, we're starting to see a few closer boards and closer things, which always makes it more exciting, of course, when it's relatively closer. Right, well, Fetty, I guess since you're here actually again, then we can ask you. You're obviously up against Nilo coming up next. How do you feel about that, and what will you be doing to prepare for your matchup?
I'm not going to be doing anything to prepare at all. I don't think I need to improve at all. Nah, besides doing runs and stuff. If anyone wants to play bingo, I'm always going to be like, yeah, sure. But I mean, mainly I'm going to be doing what Soda's doing, which
Nice.
is playing EE.
Excellent.
But so, like, because it's going to pay,
For
it's
sure.
going to pay off for sure. I'm Nilo. I'm actually excited though. We haven't raced
Yeah,
at all.
first match.
And this is gonna be fun. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
And yeah,
I'm pretty
I'm
excited.
just trying to think where I'm just having a look for the bracket now. I know it's next. So for everything from round 3 onwards, I think it's like our semi-finals for the upper bracket, and then lower bracket is round 3 onwards. I think we've decided it's going to be a best of 5 then, so we're increasing the bingo board matches from this point onwards. So you guys will still be, still be best of 3, but I guess be prepared for that to change to a best of 5 after this next one, which is quite exciting.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Lovely.
I'm excited.
Right.
Little best of
Well,
fives.
I guess that does indeed wrap us up, at least for a little bit, because if you do remember us saying, guys, we do have another race coming up a little bit later in, like, let me see, what time is it now? It's like 2 hours from now, roughly. About 2 hours from now, we should have the coveted SAP versus Zozulix match, which was due to go down last week. Unfortunately, we had to cancel and rearrange, and it is being put on today. So we have SAP here, we have Zozulix here, ready to put that on for you a little bit later. We're not going to obviously keep the stream on, because for 2 hours sat here with music playing probably would just be a bit pointless. So we are going to knock off for now, but we will be back in about an hour and a half to boot up the stream and get things warmed up. So please do come back and tune in. Please also go ahead and follow both of our runners today. It has been a pleasure to watch them both run. It is, I guess, any final shout outs from you both? Sotaleer, start with you. Any final kind of shout outs before we finish up?
A shout outs to my mom and my dad. They always believe in me. And yeah, shout out to the Spider-Man community.
Excellent. And Nilo, on to you. Any final shout outs for you?
Nah.
Nah.
All right. no
was
silence.
amazing.
Nilo moving house and making this last as long as we've had to wait for this one to go on. So shout out to that. Lovely. Right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching, participating. We will be back, like I say, in about 2 hours from now to do SAP versus Zo. But in the meantime, do enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you, everyone, and take care.
Bye.